Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, what a group. We got some faces I haven't seen in a while. All right. Wow, we got a lot of faces I haven't seen in a while. Everyone's excited. Okay, that's good. So I guess we could kind of give a bit of a recap because there are some faces in here that I don't think have been updated over the last week or two. So Rhino Friend is scheduled to go live October 16th. We know that. It's in production now. I have another team call today at 12. We are 1 week ahead of schedule. Hey, Frida. And we're just thrilled with it. What we have been working on is the funnel system. So the websites that we're able to introduce to people and they're able to see it, engage with it, and opt into it. Hey, Terry. I know it's been a while. It's been a while for a lot of people in this chat. So we were talking with a top affiliate 2 days ago, and got really like a lot of good advice. So yesterday, what I was doing was that main page, the squeeze page, which as of now is, who's calling me? I'm not interested. That's main page, which is, dare to demo TED, because TED is the name. Hey, Ashish, TED is the name, dare to demo TED, a little bit of a video, and then an opt-in, isn't exactly what we want it to be. So it's good in the sense that if you know what TED is and if you know what we're doing, it speaks to you. But if you don't know anything about anything, what challenge is it solving? What problem is it solving? What need is it that it's solving? So yesterday, I really took a couple of hours to identify the individuals, the personas that represent the needs of the people that are kind of like a deeply rooted, untapped, unconscious, subconscious of what people are looking for that would resonate well with what we're doing. And I got to tell you, it was a 3 hour journey through like behavioral science and psych. And again, we have all the best AI too. So it's not like I'm just sitting here by myself. I'm going back and forth with the strongest AI in the entire world. And we came up with something amazing. And you're going to see it today. I was going to email last night, but I don't have the site done yet. And I didn't want to kind of be half pregnant on it. Like, hey, this is what the site's going to look like. But I have all the new copy for that first page, in which case that copy I then can infuse in everything going forward, along with a couple of different prompts that's going to create the copy in such a way that we want the buttons to be clicked. So in terms of what you've seen thus far of the RHINO pages, times it by like 5. That's what's going to be available to us by the end of this weekend. Again, Sunday, I'm going to email everyone, or at least all the people in affiliate, but I'll also give everyone a chance to get an affiliate as well. And we're going to really start moving forward on the promotion of it. I think this first page is dynamite. It really, it exactly captures who we're looking for. And I really believe that individual will go ahead and click and opt in. And again, we're putting the demo of TED right on that front page. So the individual will be able to not only see that this speaks to them, but in speaking to them, we actually even have a suggestion, kind of like, if this is you, go ahead and do this, right? Like if you like basketball, take a shot. The point being, oh, I do like basketball. There's the ball. Okay, great. I'll take a shot. And once you're taking the shot, you're in it, right? Because now you're taking a shot and someone's throwing you the ball and now you're playing. That's kind of, that's the journey of it. And it's going to be quite good. Now, for those that are just getting in here, the name of the game is how many members of RHINO Friend can we add? Because RHINO Friend is essentially the consumer base of RHINO Business. So if you think about Facebook marketing is only valuable because you have so many people to market to. The people that you're marketing to are on Facebook as free online accounts, but they're not really free because they're the people you're marketing to. So the money that Facebook makes on marketing offsets the overhead for those individuals. Now, of course, our model is completely different, but if you understand just that concept, that's how important the RHINO Friend members are. They do have an overhead, but they are what makes RHINO Business valuable. We believe that we'll have probably close to 25,000 in RHINO members, the RHINO Friends, by the end of this year. Any business has 25,000 members that are engaging with it a couple of hours a day is quite important to any business, so that's a good thing. So that's really on the top of my agenda for today. I need to finish those pages. I just have to, right? That's kind of super, super important. And then the rest of the weekend, I'm going to build out a presentation, full deck, slides, handouts, et cetera, because starting Monday, not only do we have a 12 to 12:45 for all the affiliates, in which case we have every Monday through Friday, we have a live call where I'm hosting our affiliates. So we're going to be fully engaged, activated. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But at 1 o'clock, from 1 to 2 o'clock, is a call for all the affiliate referrals. And really everyone in the RHINO universe. Hey, are you part? Did you opt in? No? Okay, get on this call, because then I'm going to present it, presentations, special offers, and really RHINO will be selling every single day in a live presentation fashion. When we had previously done that with the RHINO Bucks, we had a smaller universe, and RHINO Bucks, I believe, is probably a tougher sell, but we always got at least one or two. In fact, those calls didn't have many people on it. 10 would attend, 12 would attend, and 3 or 4 in attendance would already be RHINO members that just wanted to kind of keep in touch with what we're doing, which meant there was always 5 or 6 new people. Of those 5 or 6, there was always like a 30 to 50% conversion. It really was quite strong. And it spoke to a couple of things. Maybe one, our marketing wasn't so good, so that people did not really understand what we were doing, but then when they saw us, they did understand. Or maybe once someone was able to ask questions, they were much more inclined to say, okay, this is kind of what I want. The point being, the bar was much higher for RHINO Bucks than it is with this, because that was something that you have to buy into a crypto, which people have crypto. It was a weekly recurring. How does it go up? Yada yada yada. This is much more clean. It's a platform. This is the platform. This is what we're giving you for free. Okay, so that starts next week. Also, like I had mentioned yesterday, our 2024 is getting very, very close to being funded. We have caught up with our investor 2 days ago. Everything is still on pace. And that's important. So when I say we caught up with our investor, there's 2 ways that you could catch up with an investor. Either you could reach out to them, or they could reach out to you. There's a different probability whether that's going to be successful or not, dependent on who reaches out to who. Usually when the person that wants the money is reaching out to the person with the money, if they had to reach out to them, it might say, they're not as interested, or you have to chase them, or blah, blah, blah. This was actually the opposite. This was them reaching out to us, which probably doubles the odds of success, and I'm quite grateful with that. We did go ahead and deliver everything that they wanted. So again, we're just going the way we're supposed to go, which is a good thing. I believe 2024 is going to be quite good. Once that's fully funded and we do our tour and we're moving all over the place, meeting a bunch of people, really activating the marketing side of things, that's a good thing. Because also, what I have to always, not that I have to share, right? But I think it's good to have anything in context. RHINO only has 600 paid members. Yeah, they're all weekly recurrings. I think the average is about $13.76 a week, but there's only 600 of them. I think there's 640, 660, I don't know, 600, let's say. And that's always been word of mouth. So when you take a look at the value of RHINO, what's the price of RHINO Bucks? What's RHINO's ability to, reinstitute dividends, and which we want to do quite soon? What's the ability for people to cash out equity? What's the ability for people to do stuff like that? That's all dependent on the revenue and the value of the company. For right or wrong, and I'm sure some people are not thrilled with me in this sense, I've never actually cared about that. Like, I care about it, don't get me wrong, I care about it, but my decisions on a day-to-day basis isn't, okay, let me find a way to maximize the value today so that I could go ahead and distribute a whole bunch of money today. If I ever wanted to do that, we would have stopped our growth a long time ago and just been a reoccurring $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month business, and that would have been fine, cool. It's always been the bigger picture. So we've always been building, we've always been inventing, we've always been testing, and we're very close to that coming to fruition. Again, our product is in production. It will be live October 16th. It is 5 years ahead of the industry in the sense that nobody out there has these. Let me not say that. Everyone and their mother has a new AI bot or new AI whatever. And that's good. God bless those people. But those things are all very consumer friendly. Those are all, let me blitz the market. Hey, you want an AI bot? We're doing AI bots, $39.99, and you get this. No one's actually making something so comprehensive that it can scale to a Facebook, that it can scale to a Google. The fact that we have the partnerships that allow us to spend, that allow us the top level of technology is very different than what other people have. The fact that we can build a RHINO Friend and we have RHINO Street and we have RHINO Agency and we have RHINO Wealth and we have RHINO Business all together in an ecosystem that's almost like you have the iPhone, the iPad, the iMac, the iThis, the iThat. Okay, great. Now you have all of it and you're here. You're in a platform. You're in an ecosystem. You're part of a group. That is what we have. So it's very, very different. And each component of that is near complete. In fact, most of them are. It's just the RHINO Friend that's in production at the moment. So from October to December, we're going to learn a whole bunch of things we didn't know, right? There's going to be 1,000 things that go wrong. There's going to be bugs over here, this over there. We know that. That's how this works. And we'll exterminate them one by one by one. And then December, by the end of December, that would have been completed. And then we start the RHINO Tour for January, where we go city to city, 52 consecutive weeks, different places. We're going to be renting out banquet halls every one of those Fridays, presenting a happy hour, celebrating the town, going to businesses, videotaping what the small businesses do, buying stuff, putting them on RHINO Street, shaking hands, kissing babies. It's going to be a lot of fun. Of Anthony's superpowers, despite if you think I even have any, that's a different story. The one that actually does exist is if you put Anthony in front of people live, people seem to like him. I get along with people quite well. And that is what next year is going to look like. The celebration, the pageantry, the excitement of it is going to be quite good. But to get back to the numbers of it, when you only have 600 members and then you have a whole year funded where the entire year is going town to town to bringing people on, meeting them in person, giving group sessions, hosting banquets, hosting happy hours, it's quite conceivable that you'll add 300, 400, 500 every single week. So in perspective of business, okay, and you kind of really slow played it. You've been doing all this invention, doing all this building, great. But now what does it look like? So instead of, the value of the company going like this, it went like this. That's what's going to happen because every week next year will be a double of the valuation, a double of that. And everyone that knows anything about RHINO Bucks is all of the money that comes in goes to RHINO Bucks past overhead. Our overhead's not our overhead will probably go up a little bit because we'll probably hire one more full-time employee. But that would be it, meaning I suspect probably by March of next year, we'll get close to doing 100,000 recurring per week. Is it per week? No, I think we'll be close to 40,000 recurring per week by March. 50,000. When you have 50,000 recurring per week in March and your overhead per week is probably, I think it'll be like 6,000 at that point. Now, of course, we still have to fund going place to place. So let's say, I think offhand, I was looking at 6,000 a week. That'll probably cost. So if your overhead is 6, your travel is 6, that's 12, and your net your revenue is 50. Well, now you're putting what, 38,000 a week into RHINO Bucks. Have you seen what the thing's worth? It's worth 120,000. It's nothing to celebrate. This has all been word of mouth, and we've all been doing it together. But how about if you start adding 30, 40,000 a week? Do you know what the price that thing's going to look like? I mean, everything we're doing is for what's about to happen. So my job is to make sure that that dream, that vision, that excitement that I just instilled in you is palpable, that it is functional, it is real, and that's what I'm doing. So I don't know how to quantify that. I don't know how to, but I make sure that I'm here every single day. I make sure that everyone has every direct access to me. There's never going to be a time where it's like, where did Anthony go? I haven't seen him for a week, right? That doesn't exist. In fact, I'm so excited that tomorrow is finally Saturday and the next day is finally Sunday because I don't have any calls. I can actually work just all day. Not that this doesn't work. Like I just said, we're always going to be right here. But that's my life, right? Like I look at Sunday and people say, okay, it's Friday. Yes, I have the weekend off. I'd say the same thing because I have the weekend off, which means I could do only this. And that's exciting. So all of that will be completed. I think that's it. Everything's good. Like I don't have, if God came down and said, Aunt, what's something more you would like? I don't know, I'd like $1 million in my bank account. But if he said, what would you be willing to give up for $1 million? I would say nothing. I'm going to have $1 million in my bank account probably 3 months. I want it, but I'm not giving anything up for it. That's a good position to be in. And that's where we are. So I'm quite happy. I will have that squeeze page done by the end of the day. And I will make sure that it doesn't interfere with the affiliate stuff, because I know of the affiliates that signed up, you already have an affiliate link. And I know if there's like a list of things that Anthony does really bad, it's having any, I don't want to say respect, because I do have respect, but any forethought that when I do things, it changes the links. And people put the links everywhere, and then all of a sudden I negate them because I did something. I need to do better at that. So I am going to make sure that the affiliate link that you have does not get interrupted. The goal of today is that I will have that page out to you in an email by this evening. That's my goal. And I believe when you see that page, you're going to say, oh my God, finally, this is something that like I know regardless of who sees it, they're getting it. And if you can say that, then it's, to the moon, Alice, right? I love the Honeymooners. I'm only 37, but I used to watch it with my grandmother when I was a kid. Okay, so that's where we are. I'm going to wrap up there. I don't see a reason to keep going. I kind of just gave everything. RHINO membership. By the way, we're going to really change RHINO being in front of everything. I like Apple where everything is I something. I don't think it works with R something. I also think if you put RHINO in front of everything, it's kind of self-aggrandizing. It's like you don't really need to say it all the time, Anthony. So that's constantly on my mind. But in the membership section, we do have the video from the other day. Everyone's quite pleased with. I did get a message from a couple of people. Hey, Ant, how do I get into membership? I have the old membership, blah, blah, blah. That's on purpose. Until I finish the membership page, I'm not giving the link out. I mean, you could have it. It's not like I'm keeping it a secret. But there's not much you could do with it. We're close to finishing that as well. I do want to make sure in that membership page, I do have some sales stuff. So we have all of the different tabs. You have TED, RHINO Business, RHINO Wealth, RHINO Street, blah, blah, blah. Upon clicking it, you see a video explaining what that thing is. And then there's a link, like a button, that brings you to the page where you can learn more. Great. I do think that as we go forward with the different presentations we're going to do, again, I'm going to have formal presentations, slide decks, and that stuff. I do want to record that. Well, they will be recorded. I do want to optimize that to put that in the page so that if anyone goes to membership, yeah, I'm one of Ted's friends. I'm part of TED, but maybe I should do RHINO Business. Let me check it out. Oh, that presentation was really great. Okay, I understand. So we're doing more of that. All right, so I think that's it. I totally love everyone. I see, and of the faces that are here for the first time in a long time, if you need something, well, not need something, but if you want to email me and check in, I'm totally cool with that too. If you want to book a call, I'm totally cool with that. I always make myself 100% available, and if I don't see you, then I know that you're somewhere just living life. But if you're here to actively contact me, then I'm even more pleased to have that conversation. So I love everyone, and I will see you Monday. Bye.